guys. Boy, is it really scary out there. A lot has changed in a short amount of time. No school, people aren't going to work. I've been to the supermarket, we know what that's like. God only knows why you need that much toilet paper. But we do need to start thinking and being safe. We need to start thinking about keeping our circles smaller and keeping them just within our family. We were told all the time to wash our hands and use Lysol and spray around your house and all the crazy stuff they're telling us to do. But when it comes down to it, we really need to limit going out. If it's non-essential, we need to start thinking about the other people that might be affected. I personally know from working in healthcare, the men and women that are on the front lines fighting for us are begging for us to stay home. People are going out and without even knowing that they are sick. I mean, the course hasn't even run long enough of the virus to see symptoms, and they're intermingling, and then they're coming home to their families. We all have someone in our lives that means a lot. Mothers, fathers, sisters, and then friends. You could easily spread it to one of them or their families. We need to start thinking about our healthcare workers. You shouldn't be going to the doctor's office at this point unless you are deathly sick. And at that point, really, you should be going to the hospital. If you're going to a doctor's office or a hospital now for the sniffles or what you're not sure of, you're really just possibly contaminating yourself or others. We all know what hospitals can be like. God forbid you walk into a room and put your hand on a chair or a cushion, or your child does, that someone else has just coughed on. We don't want to bring those germs home, and that's why our healthcare workers are begging us to stay home. This directly affects me because my daughter is working for a healthcare system that I'm sure everybody has called at least once in their life. The unfortunate thing about these EMTs and paramedics, they're stuck in a box, driving your family member or yourself to the hospital, sometimes for an hour or more. How would you be if you were in an enclosed box with somebody who is sick? These people are dedicating their lives, literally front lines, just like our soldiers, and we need to help them. God forbid if anything ever happens to one of our family members. Nowadays, you can't even hold their hand in the hospital or comfort them if they're sick. You watch from a distance while they die. How horrible. We all have family, and they all matter so much. And I know I couldn't stand it if my daughter came home and was sick. But it wouldn't only just affect me in that sense. It would also affect me because I myself have a rare condition called syringomyelia. So this virus could be very detrimental to me. So despite all that, I've not lost my humility or my mercy towards people. I was in line yesterday at the pharmacy and there was a gentleman behind me, probably about 8 feet behind me. And another gentleman came up behind him and tapped him on the shoulder and said, "Excuse me, are you in line?" And he said, "Yes, I'm given the allotted distance. And by the way, don't touch me again." I thought, if anybody should be upset, we're all in this together. We're all trying to do the best we possibly can. There are thousands of people around the globe that are dedicating themselves to help, whether it's making masks or delivering food. People are really reaching out and helping. Now, I understand if you don't have the means to do this. I know I don't. But There are other things we can do at home with our families to stay safe. We can keep learning. I mean, have you ever thought about astrology or learning the planets? Sit down with your kids and do that. Or take them out in the backyard. Teach them about maybe what you can find in your own backyard as far as plants and what their uses are. Maybe we should start concentrating on helping ourselves and depend less on our government rescuing us. There was a famous woman who said, although the world is full of suffering, it is also full of the overcoming. That was Helen Keller. If this message has reached you, or you know if it would reach anybody else that could help, stay safe and learn to just keep our circles small. Please pass this on. Thank you.